It's your boy Hype, bringing you another weekly Nightfall strike on the Animal Instincts gaming channel. This is week 13. Istar Sync going up against the Nexus, and we have epic, heavily shielded enemies as usual, highly aggressive. Light switch, minions of the darkness. They do much more melee damage, and this time around we have solar damage. So we're going to go in with the Vex Mytho class, the Supremacy, and the Steel Oracle rocket launcher. Alright, so right here in the beginning, you know, you don't really need to fight none of that stuff. You can just sail through there, and then right when you get to this room, right when you get to the darkness, stay in this room. And this is pretty much going to be where you get through all three of these waves. Sometimes the enemies, they will force you to go out a little bit. But if you stay in this room, you're pretty much going to be safe. You can just move over to the right a little bit and you have cover from the wall. And just pick off the enemies from a distance. And then you're going to see once you have most of them cleared out, a lot of times they'll be over to this room over here to the right. Or they'll be in that room straight ahead of you. They will kind of force you to go out a little bit to kill that first servitor. And then after that, you shouldn't really have to leave this room again. And you got to be careful though, because just like that, sometimes the drag right there, they will come in that room, but they're pretty easy to take down. But just be aware of that, you know. Be prepared for that. And it doesn't happen every time. It's very random. See, now everything in that middle is kind of cleared out, so now all I have left is everything that's in this room. And sometimes you can get lucky and clear it all out from here. You want to shoot a rocket in there. I didn't have any at the time, and I didn't want to use synthesis quite yet. But, you know, if you shoot a rocket in there, maybe you could clear the bulk of them out in one shot. And then you may not have to even go out of that first starting room there. But I do. I head on over, take out that first servitor, and then you'll see we're coming up here right when I take out that first servitor, that you want to head right back to that room, because the next wave of enemies are going to come in and you don't want to be out there. It's the Nightfall. They deal a lot of damage. They take a lot of damage to kill, so head right back, and then you're going to see the next wave come out. And I'm just going to speed up these next two waves here, because it's basically the same process, same thing right here, just staying back. And I don't know when the Vex Mytho class, if you noticed it when I showed it earlier, when it got that buff back up, it's 323 damage now, when every other gun caps at 300. So that's pretty cool. But they did bring down the extended mags from, I believe it was 56 now to 35, which that's kind of a hit right there. So it's kind of like a damned if you do, damned if you don't type of thing. So yeah, right there, after you have all that cleared out, you're just going to want to slowly make your way out and make sure that, you know, there's still no enemies left. And right here, the samurai guys, you want to kill them from a distance, because like it said in the beginning, their melee damage is increased, so they can take you down in one shot. And then once you clear them all out, make your way up to here. And then I always like to bring out a rocket and shoot a rocket right at the top balcony, which it almost cost me my life right there, because this rocket launcher that I'm using detonates early based on proximity to the enemies, and there was a couple skanks right there in the doorway, so I almost bit the bullet right there, or the rocket I should say, but I didn't. So right here, you just kind of want to, usually a lot of times when I shoot that rocket off, it'll take out pretty much all of them. There was 2 or 3 stragglers left, so I take them out, and then I usually always jump up to the balcony right there. I was going to grab this ammo first, but I jump up to the balcony to the left, because there still may be an enemy or two up there at times. So you clear them out, and we're just going to speed through this part right here until we get to the first corridor. Now when you jump down here, this is just drag. So there's nothing really to worry about in here. They're pretty easy to take out, and there are not a lot of them. Now once you come into this room, you're going to have a couple falling off to your right. And then after you take out that falling, you think you're going to have 3 Vex, 3 goblins. which everything in here is fairly easy to kill. Nothing's heavily shielded or, you know, it doesn't have the yellow, whether that's the ultra or the major. I guess the major. But right when you come down here, you're going to want to take out these herpes first. And they do have, as you can see right there, they have the arc shields, but still take them out pretty easily with the mythic class. I like to blow these things up sometimes when I notice them, just in case I don't accidentally shoot them and kill myself. But when you come down, I like to go out to the right side first, because if you go to the left, these goblins right here, they'll tend to walk up behind you. So go to the right and take them out. There's usually 4 of them sometimes, and then the snipers, you take them out. But sometimes these access goblins, they'll be off to the right up there, and they're really what'll get you. Them and the snipers and the minotaurs. Everything else, you know, all the rest of the goblins, they're pretty easy to take out, and they won't really kill you right away. I mean, they still deal high damage, but they won't kill you right away. So just be aware, kind of have, you know, the snipers and the access goblins on your radar. You want to take them out. And then after I kind of go to the right, I like to come back to the left here, because it gets everything kind of focused on me to the right. And then when you come to the left, you know, you don't have nothing and already shooting at you ready for you. So I take out the goblins, use some rockets on these minotaurs, and I see right there that, you know, the minotaurs, they still have probably the void shields, and you know, it's solar. Everything I have is solar. So even if you were to use like a void rocket launcher or something like that, it would take their shield down, but then it would be another shot or 2 shots to finish them off, you know. So you're not going to be able to take them down with 1 shot regardless of what your setup is. So that's kind of why at the end here I played a little bit differently than I normally did, because I was solo. And right here at the hill, it is what it is, man. Just mow them down, spray them down. If you got a rocket launcher, shoot a rocket. It'll probably take damn near the whole lot of them out, but they're easy to take out. They're just regular goblins. Now right here is where normally I would stay up here. I'm sniping, just taking out some of the minotaurs from a distance, but normally I would stay up here. If you have a team, I would recommend still staying up here. Have 2 guys watching behind you the whole time, waiting for that minotaur to spawn in, while 1 guy's just working on the Nexus, and then maybe rotate shifts or whatever. But being that I knew it was going to take more than 1 rocket to take this minotaur down behind me, I didn't feel comfortable staying up there this time around solo. Now last time I did, but it was void, so I took him out with 1 shot. So right here you just jump down, and I'm just running a big circle so I can show you where I go. If you want to, just right when you get to that hill, just jump right down, and you'll see right when you jump down, if you do a 180, you will see that the damn, right here, this wall, you can go in from either the left or the right side, and you go in behind here, and you can get hit when you're out peeking like this, but you can just move over. You have plenty of cover, and you can take out all the minotaurs, and then you can even get shots on the Nexus. Now with the Nexus, and it is dark back there, so my apologies. And I'm going to only play through a little bit of this, and then I will speed it up. But with the Nexus, see how, like, even with the minotaurs here, as I'm shooting them, you know, and they start shooting at me, I'm going to slide back. Now that's the same thing with the Nexus. When you're shooting them at the right side, once he starts shooting at you, you want to go to the left side. Once his attention's drawn to the right and he's shooting to the right, you want to go to the left. Then hit him a couple times from the left. Then when you start shooting to the left, go to the right. Right here, I'm just switching it up because I didn't want to have to use synthesis. I'm bringing out the icebreaker. You know, that regens its own ammo, so that I don't have to wait for that cooldown time with the synthesis with the sniper rifle for the Nexus. So that's why I did that. I mean, if you wanted this to be your class layout the whole time, this is Division of Confluence. It wouldn't be bad. I like the Mythic class though. It worked really well. It took out a lot of those enemies really fast, and especially since they did that damage boost. So yeah, the main thing here is patience. You know, don't jump out there, shoot them. and try and jump back into the hole, because a lot of times you can get caught up and hung up on stuff and you'll end up going down. So I'll see right there, I'm just waiting for his shield to turn, get a couple of shots off into him, get his attention, and then boom, head over to the right side. Now sometimes he will start shooting at you without you even shooting him. You know, if he sees you, he'll start shooting at you. So just be ready. You know, if he's shooting in that direction, just go to the opposite side. And you'll hear the enemies when they spawn in down there. You're going to want to take them all out, because you don't want them shooting you while you're shooting him. But they're easy to take out because you have plenty of cover. And I just found that this time around, this was the easiest way to do it. I tried it once prior, staying on top of the hill, and it was just too much of a battle. I think it would have been a little bit too difficult for most. So I wanted to do something a little bit easier for you guys, like a better way for you to get through if you're running through this solo. And like I said, if you have a team, just stay up top of the hill. It's going to save a lot of time, because you can get non-stop shots into the Nexus. And the previous video that I uploaded for this strike shows that and how it's done. If you know, if you have a team and you didn't know about that or how to do it, so you could take a look back at that. I don't recall the week it was. I guess 5 weeks ago, so it's probably like around 7, I guess. Yeah, so I'm just going to speed this up because it's basically the same thing. Just wounding them up on one side, hitting them, getting some shots in them as soon as he starts shooting at me. Switch back to the other side. And like I said, the main thing is just be patient. Don't really jump out. If you jump out there, man, it is tricky sometimes getting in and out. So, you know, just take your time back there. You're at the finish line. There's no need to rush. You already made it this far. You don't want to die, and you know, especially if you don't have a warlock and you don't have the self-resurrection. Think back here, it's great. You know, great with a Titan, because you can slap your bubble down, and you can either put on your weapons of light and deal some extra damage and whatnot. But that's about it, man. I'm gonna let this video. I'm just gonna let this video play out. If you guys want to stick around to the end to see what I got, I'll let you know. I was a little bit disappointed this time around, but I think the last 2 times I made out pretty well. So you know, can't really complain too much, I guess. Still got 2 other guys I can go with, and maybe I'll have better odds with them. But you know, in the comments section, let me know if this helped, if you find this helpful in any kind of way, and let me know what you got at the end. You know, I like reading the comments, man, and trying to respond back, whether it be thumbs up or I actually reply. And you know, if you find this video helpful in any kind of way, or if you like it in any kind of way, please leave a thumbs up. It helps the channel grow. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. Got plenty of videos always coming your way. And as always, animals, it's your boy Hype. We out.